Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Investing and Trading Live. As always, my name is Josh Lilquist. Today is the first trading day of the month. It is September 1st, Friday to be exact, and the last trading day of the week. Today, what we're going to cover is we are going to cover the lackluster performance of September. We will cover the struggle on Thursday, and looks like markets are going to open up here on Friday, up ever so slightly. We cover your major indexes. We will cover some stocks and do some analysis on a few different stocks. Your staple stocks of the market. Your Nikes, Dick's Sporting Goods, Apples, Tesla, whatever that soup du jour is. We will cover that today. As always, there is risk in trading. You can and will lose money at one time. This is for strictly entertainment purposes only, mainly mine, but hopefully you find it entertaining as well. That being said, let's get into the market update. So yesterday was Thursday. We look at the S&P 500 as a gauge of the market. Market was down yesterday about 0.15%. So not much, but struggling to get above that, get to those highs of this last month of August. Actually, the end of July. So it looks like we're going to gap up here. Close 450.35 on Thursday. Looks like we're going to open up at 452.01. It is currently 7:27 Eastern time. I am now in the Eastern time zone, third time zone of the week here. It's been a nice week here, but so we got about an hour, actually 2 hours. No, what time is it? It is 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. We have 1 hour until the open. Boy, these time zone changes really mess with you, especially when you have multiple devices that show different times. One does not sync with the time zone. That being said, that's your S&P 500. Dow Jones Industrial Average, looking to do the same. Little more weakness yesterday. Yesterday it was down pretty big from the highs from Wednesday, going straight down, closing at 347.81. Looks like we're going to open up at 349.24. But a lot can happen within this hour. I don't think there is any major news. We will peek at that right quick just to see if there's any major news coming up as the open approaches. That's right, we do. So in 2 minutes, we have some news with the market. We got non-farm employment change, unemployment rate, and we have average hourly earnings month over month coming in about a minute 40. So we will watch that live, and we will see what the market does from those announcements. So about a minute 30 now. So that's your Dow Jones. You got your NASDAQ, the QQQ. We are looking at the ETFs. This one actually was up a little bit yesterday, about 0.3%. And we're going to gap up just a little bit here. Showed some strength right away in the day, but ended weaker as the day went on. So the NASDAQ, 377.99 yesterday. Looks like we're going to open right around 378.88, but with the news coming up, we might see some volatility, and that could change. Let's go back to our Forex Factory for our news, and we got about 54 seconds until those news announcements are announced. IWM, which is the Russell 2000 ETF, same story as the Dow and the S&Ps. Opened up lower opened up just a little bit yesterday, but went down in the day, down about 0.17%, and looking to gap up as of right now to 189.61. Closed yesterday at 188.61. Now we got about 20 seconds till the news. I think we can do one more here. No major moves in your ETF markets other than XLV, which is the healthcare, was down about 1.19%. So that struggled a little bit, but looking to gap up, but we will follow the news and see if that changes anything. Here we go, pending. So we are waiting for this data. Has the market moved at all because of that? Not really. Still waiting on that data. I'll refresh and see if that changes anything. You know, it's another good news source to look at is FX Live, Forex Where is that? It is for, and these would be for live updates. FXlive.com. FX. Gosh, when you're always looking for something, you never can find it. Forex Live or something? No, not Bar Chart, which is another site. Well, whatever. So, market hasn't really changed since that news. So we don't foresee a whole lot of movement because of those. They are showing pending still. I'm going to find this news source that will probably have that update already on there. Forex Live, that's what it was. ForexLive.com. Non-farm payrolls, 187 versus 170 expected, so that went up. Other than that, nothing else has shown yet. So prior 187 revised to 157, okay. 2-month net reversion, okay. Unemployment rate 3.8% versus 3.5 expected, so that went up, which means the tightening of, or sorry, the raising of the interest rates is working and slowing down employment. So unemployment rate has went up. Average hourly earnings went up. There you have it. So Forex Live had it. Forex Factory is now showing that. So average hourly earnings down to 0.2%. And non-farm employment change, 187,000 versus 169. So we got some different data here, but let's see what the market has done. Has it reacted off of that? Not really. Let's look at the S&P 500 futures contract to see if that has shown anything. That's a delay, so we're not going to get any proper data on that. Market's looking to go up a little bit further now. So markets are really gapping up. Let's look at some stocks, if we have any stocks gapping up here today. So that was your overall market update. I do want to look at gold and silver from yesterday. Gold currently at $1,949.86 per ounce of gold. I would like to see that get over 2,000 here in the next couple weeks. That would be nice for gold, for some physical gold holders. Same as silver, currently at $24.73 up on the day, looking pretty good, about over 1% on the day. Bitcoin looking a little lackluster performance, back into that range. So you've seen that big pop after the Grayscale won their lawsuit against the SEC. Currently back down to $26,081 per Bitcoin. Last 2 days it showed some bigly drops, as our friend would say, bigly. HNT, for those people mining mobile token, which would be 5G network, HNT Helium, currently at $1.57 per Helium token. There you have it. So that is your crypto update. I gotta open up another platform. I want to see some updates here for month over month or even year to date performance, since we have ended a month here. Go to markets, sector. That's not what I want to do. News, ideas, no. All right, so let's get into USO, currently at 75.65 on the day. That was the closing price of yesterday. Any earnings today? Not much for earnings. I'm trying to find this stat that I had before that had the monthly or year-to-date performance. Okay, here we go. Nope, that's not it. Whatever. All right, so going back to some stocks, looking at NVIDIA closing up just ever so slightly on the day yesterday, looking to gap up here today. Turtle Beach, that was a fun one back in 2019, 2020, 21. That one currently at $10.76, so showing some lackluster performance, really sideways action since April of 2023. Meta up yesterday just ever so slightly. Tilray was up 11% on the day. Big day for Tilray and gapping up, currently at $2.96, looking to gap up to $3.13. WWE back up down. Wow, big drop in WWE. What happened there? Down 12% yesterday. World Wrestling Entertainment down over 13%, on track for largest percent decrease since March of 2020. Data Talk. Oh, here we go. So Saudi Arabia, their investment in UFC is the so-called news because of that. Interesting. Let's peek at this. Currently down 5 in the past six days. On pace for worst month since 2022. That's interesting. I want to see what the news on this was. So they plunged 12% after dropping 4.6 on Wednesday after Saudi Arabian sovereign wealth fund acquired a minority stake in a competing league to the UFC. Endeavor Group. Okay, interesting. Which is merging. Okay, got it. So the Saudi Arabian sovereign wealth fund acquired a minority stake in UFC, which is Endeavor Group, which I believe Endeavor Group owns UFC. So that fell 10%. Professional Fighters League partnered with SRG Sports Investments, a fund that is controlled by Saudi Arabia's PIF. Okay? By purchasing a minority stake in PFL. A lot of acronyms here. According to the press release on Wednesday, the PFL Middle East division is scheduled to start next week, and events will be held in Saudi Arabia. Okay, so UFC is now going to Saudi Arabia, which WWE has been there several times. $100 million in the Professional Fighter League, according to Financial Times on Wednesday. Okay, so long-term talent costs. So they've been investing in UFC. They've made an investment in soccer and golf, obviously. Everybody knows that. Creating Live Golf a few years back. Interesting. So that's interesting for WWE because they have been looking very good on a price chart. Getting up to $117 per share. Now currently at $96.55. We'll gap up ever so slightly on the day, but rough week here for WWE, and we'll talk about that next Thursday, actually. We will talk about that on the show. We will be doing 4 segments next Thursday, and we will cover WWE, so I will make a note so we don't forget that. Wow, interesting. That's been a staple of the stocks that I've been talking about for the past 6 months or so. Other than that, no major movers yesterday, under 1%, other than Coinbase down 5%. So Coinbase popping up from 72 to 70, actually to 85, now back down to 79.60. So that pop up there has retraced a little bit, down 5% on Thursday, and we're going to open up right on the same spot. Nike will be gapping up ever so slightly after a lackluster Thursday, continuing to rise off of that drop from Wednesday the 23rd of August, after earnings showing theft has hurt earnings. How many? Was it many millions of dollars lost in theft with Nike and especially Dick's Sporting Goods. That's what I was mentioning here for Dick's Sporting Goods. Dick's Sporting Goods was up on Thursday. So that being said, that's your market update for the day. We will do another show either today as a market recap or tomorrow for the market recap. We'll cover the winners and losers of the week. I will find the monthly performance and the year-to-date performance once I can get into the right platform and get that data. As always, collect your profits when they're given to you and protect your losses when they're small. Until next time, retire young, my friends.